what are your thoughts on Loki as a series?
Loki as a series is, for the most part, trash. It has 2 really good episodes.
Wait.
The first and the last.
I just want to say, Valkyrie, please don't eat any grapes.
I love grapes, so it's not even about the grapes.
as a queen, you have to put in hard work. You know what I mean? Working every day. No time for yourself. You know what I mean? No relaxing.
You can't enjoy being a ruler.
Not dealing with the trauma that your whole country just had.
No theatre for you.
When your people are literally like being exposed to
hey, when I put in work for them to live.
Wait. Why was it Thor that went to find Surtur? How do you know it wasn't Odin who sent him, aka Loki? Do we know that?
Yes, we do. Because how are you sending me and I'm coming to find you and choke you out for not doing your job properly? Talk.
Is that what happens? Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool.
That is just a question, isn't it? See? Wait. I asked the question and he's coming with him. That's how we know we got it on the ropes. I was asking for my own understanding.
That's not a question. What you asked me was not a question. You were like, why do this when it's like...
He's trying to get points back, but they're only half points. It's okay. It's okay.
Whatever.
We'll find out.
You lot have got nothing. Straws. Straws. I will give you evidence.
Why is Loki the series trash?
Because a lot of the things that happen in the movie, like in the series rather, didn't need to happen. Like the whole thing with the love stuff didn't happen. A lot of the timeline sort of events that happened, like what was it, forget the name of the planet where it was Lamentis, where they're about to be destroyed. That didn't need to happen. All they had to do
that was the Nexus event.
The whole Nexus event, which is the whole.
No. What creates the Nexus event is them falling in love with each other. That could have happened without that whole sequence.
I mean, it happened.
Oh, so you mean the fact that it's on Lamentis doesn't mean
that's a wasted episode. Like again, it's just
it
things.
It builds the love that they then get in the end.
I mean, they needed that bit of hopelessness though.
That's what
exactly.
Yeah, they didn't need the hopelessness.
Yeah, they did. Because before that, they were like trying to kill each other. So it was like.
Yeah, they needed to be able to work together.
They needed to be. It doesn't have to be Lamentis, but it has to be a planet that was gonna destroy itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't think you don't need that whole episode to do all of that. And the thing is, it wasn't one episode. They stretched that out over 2. I think it was 2 or 3 episodes or so where they were there.
So building up the story to the actual Nexus.
Yeah, do that more effectively, I guess.
Nah, Lamentis didn't hit one episode. They dealt with the after.
It was one, and then the start of the second episode, they got dragged by Mobius.
Yeah. Exactly, but also like Mobius as well, like.
I don't know, like Lamentis episode, they're not there straight
Mobius as well was kind of like, I don't know, like that last move when he was facing off against Renslayer, and then she was like, well, prune me then if that's what you're gonna like, and he was like, she was telling me you're no threat to me now or whatever. Like you're not a guy who's like into the whole physicality of things. Like what are you trying to do there? Like that's just like that kind of took away his IQ points from me down a little bit. Like what are you doing there? No. Yes, he had it because he was again psychoanalyzing Loki, doing all of this. I was giving him props for like the dialogue, the interrogation, all of that stuff. Like your next level thinking, and that's what you resort to.
To be honest, I do think that he might have done that just to see if she would prune him. That's what I kind of think, because I don't think.
Yeah, but now we're assuming shit because.
I feel like there's a lot of things you have to assume. Because
but that's a bad show.
No, but I'm saying in terms because yes, he felt upset and stuff like that. But you know, really, as him who went to the void, I don't personally. Well, you know, this might just be me feeling it myself. I don't personally feel like he meant to really like, or he really thought he was going to put her in the void. I don't think so.
No, but again,
obviously there was the intention for that. Like it looked like he was going to.
It's not even whether or not he put her in the void is irrelevant. You went there to get answers.
Yeah.
You left there with nothing.
He got answers.
No, he didn't.
She left to go somewhere to find out like what was going on.
Yeah, not him. He doesn't. He has no idea where she's going or what she's doing or anything. Like again, you came in there to find answers. I think they would like based on what you've shown me so far. There could have been a smarter way for you to go about doing that.
He failed on his mission. Yeah, he failed.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that kind of like, I don't know. That's kind of
it makes it more interesting where Renslayer is going.
Not to me anyway.
Wait, where's she going? Nah, I feel like is that not interesting? I feel like it would be more interesting. Really. I feel like it's definitely more interesting to kind of figure out where's Renslayer going, because obviously Miss Minutes had to give her whatever.
I don't know. Like
which means
Loki,
that Kang gave her whatever.
The relevance of Loki to me, the show, is the fact that it basically legitimizes the multiverse, and like it gives the roots for a What If show or Doctor Strange, the Spider-Man movie. Like that's the value of Loki in terms of the show. I'm not going to take that away from it. I just like the show itself. I feel like you could have knocked that out. Basically, it was like, you know how Marvel used to do the one-shots before, early MCU, like Easter eggs? Loki could have been like a really good one-shot of like 3 episodes.
You're taking a piss. You're taking a piss.
Like, it could have been a really good one-shot, like 3 episodes.
Because Black Widow could have been 30 minutes, if we're going to be real.
I literally sat here and I agreed with you when you said Black Widow was unnecessary. I agree.
No, I'm just saying.
No, yeah, we're saying the same thing. Like, that's not taking a piss.
No, because I didn't say that because that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. Loki is a good show. I know this is all opinion and stuff. But you know, Loki was a good show. How else did you all feel?
Yeah, so for me, just Kang. I know obviously we spoke about it for a while.
Think about it. If Kang wasn't in the last episode, trash.
What do you mean?
Kang is that whole
But
last
he was in the
episode.
last episode.
Like,
If some buts. Think about what happened.
Episode 1 and
That is
episode
part
3.
of the show.
Yeah.
It's like saying
Episode 1, episode 6. Those are the 2 episodes of the shows that are good.
So
that's what I said.
Like what we were saying before, the only person that we could think of as a villain who would need the time frame to stay as it is to allow something to happen would be Kang. And so when we actually saw Kang, I was happy we got Kang. I kind of wanted to see Kang in his shit, but cool. We're gonna get that later. We're gonna get that later.
We're not getting that Loki.
I liked the actor he played. Well, I mean,
it's phenomenal.
yeah,
He
it was
sick.
yeah, it was really good because even it was very obviously dialogue-y and whatever. There wasn't really that much action in the episode at all, was there? Probably none. Like
There was a little bit, and even that pissed me off. I'm just like, why are you doing this?
the most of it
Yeah,
was
like, it
the
didn't
most of
matter
it was
that
like the
much.
little things that he was like the little figurines or whatever.
Because the way that he was basically able to manipulate all like both of them there and then as an introduction, like, and you're not even just an introduction as a character, hyped introduction. Like people were anticipating who this was going to be, and you know a lot of people thought it was going to be Kang, and the fact that like it actually delivered as Kang,
Exactly.
and not just a little bit of Kang.
Exactly.
Like, this is Kang at his best.
And
So-
like you said, that's the most good Kang.
Yeah, that's
that
what
we've
I'm- yeah,
known
that's
so
what I'm
far.
trying to say.
Like the rest of the Kangs are meant to be worse. Like
I mean,
I didn't think it would be Sylvie who would actually be the cause of it. For some reason, I just kept thinking it would be Loki. He'll fuck up again. So I was quite surprised that it was Sylvie.
Technically, she is Loki.
Okay, well, our Loki. Well, our Loki.
I do like that. Before we get into Sang and Anthony's thoughts, I do like that she maneuvered the kiss because I did hate the kiss. But the fact that she did it
for a reason.
is
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
you know what?
The fact that he didn't see that's what she was doing when she's turning him around. It's like
in
so
love,
stupid
man.
again. Like,
yeah, because he's trying
fuck
to.
this guy.
Because I understand it because he's really thinking, oh, if this man is like right, then this whole thing is fucked.
yeah, but why are we rotating? Like, your brain should be up. Like, why are we turning around while we're kissing?
He's
Like,
got the love bug, man.
the point is the kiss. Like, why are you spinning me around? Like, you mad?
We've all made mad decisions in the name of love, so
I hear that. But, yeah.
Oh man.
I had to get it back somehow, man. Everyone gets one. But yeah, other than that, I thought good last episode, good series overall. I don't really know what what season 2 is going to be about because like it's a bit strange the TVA thing. I want to know you guys thoughts on it. Like, what did you think was the reason that they don't know who Loki is, like Mobius and
Because Kang is
Different
there now.
variants.
It's a different,
just a
Different
different.
TVA.
different variants.
So, but how did he go back to a different TVA?
No, but that's the thing. Like, Kang is already, like, the timeline's already shifted. Because, like, as soon as that timeline started branching, if even events from before, because you have to remember, like, if he had died, then he's no longer pruning people in the past. Kang is already outside of time anyway. So it's like he can jump in at any point and, like, to the start of the TVA, for example, and get a different person. They wouldn't know. He's just putting back in.
What did you think of the episode, Sang?
Before I get to my opinion, do you think therefore that's the reason why Sylvie got pruned? Is because she's just a variant. If you're a variant, you get pruned. And that's
The best answer we have is at that point we didn't know, like, she was living a life, like she was an alternate timeline or whatever. Like, the best answer I think anyway is that he wanted them to take over, basically, and so he just like basically abducted her from my
Which pruning are
timeline.
you talking about? When she was a
like,
kid?
When she was a kid.
Timelines in general.
When she was a kid or when
When she was a kid, yeah.
Oh, but that could have just been to like they say, make the natural flow of time go forward.
Yeah, so that means there's only one timeline going forward, because
Yeah.
in any other
Yeah.
timelines a Kang will appear. That makes sense now.
No,
Then I
there's
think
the
What are you talking
sacred timeline, which is the main timeline.
it's the main timeline, right?
Yeah,
But any other timeline that diverges away from that has to get pruned.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but that's no longer the case though.
Now it's not.
No, it's not that it has to get pruned. It's that the variants have to get pruned so that stuff doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like,
So it stops.
so it stops
branches
it,
from the natural flow.
Oh, right.
But obviously, with
Yeah.
this happening,
Okay, that
these
makes
branches are going to create,
Yeah,
which
but-
I'm guessing is going to be another multiversal war.
But right now, like as it stands, there is no sacred timeline anymore
Yeah.
because again,
It's all
events have
branched.
all been corrupted.
Yeah.
which is crazy. But yeah, what's your thoughts overall?
I think it was exceptional. Like, it's literally going from the MC universe to the MC multiverse. Like,
So,
this is mad.
MCM.
And the possibility is
Sang
endless.
his catchphrases.
The possibility is endless. Like, literally, what Anubis was saying, X-Men 2 and all of that, that could actually be.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, and they bring them
We'll
back.
talk on it. We'll talk on it.
We'll
talk about
If they bring X-Men in now, like that, or just generally, like Deadpool, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
And obviously, that's the implications of Loki. But watching every show, it was like 9 or 10 out of 10 each episode.
Yeah, and there was some good
They built
points
up
in it,
amazingly, and then obviously Jonathan Majors, phenomenal actor.
Yeah,
You can't ask for better, really.
I've not seen him.
Jonathan Majors, I give you that. But every episode, 9 out of 10.
You lot ain't seen Lovecraft. Yeah, you don't need to watch that HBO things. And you need to see what's it? I think it's the last black man in San Francisco.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's
I
a
think
good film.
at first I was a bit thrown by kind of like his jokiness or whatever, but once they said he's a variant, like there's other Kangs, then we know we're gonna get a proper serious Kang. But so then I don't really get it in terms of like, is there just gonna be like one mega Kang who just
No, I think there's
like,
infinite
or
amounts of
they're just
Yeah,
gonna
like
be
Kang,
beefing
there's
him?
an infinite amount of him.
Okay.
And so, like, even in the comics, like, there's been like a council of Kangs where he's formed the council himself. Like, Kang is just like, there's
But I'm
one of
assuming there's
him
gonna be
living
one
back in the
Kang
past.
who's
Yeah,
gonna be, like,
because the
dominating
Kang,
factor.
the Kang that we saw, because obviously he didn't even call himself Kang, and obviously he was wearing the stuff that like Immortus wears in the comic, which is not what he does.
That's what they're calling this
yeah.
one.
So like,
Like, he's the oldest one of them.
Mortis, Ramatut, Kang.
that was when they were like,
Tough with the rest.
that was when they were like, oh yeah, we got too many Kangs in Marvel, innit? So let's just cut it down. So there's only 3 now.
Yeah.
So which I think is what will happen eventually. Yeah, Anthony, what did you think of the episode?
I thought it was a good episode. Yeah. I don't have much else to say, but it was a good episode.
Introduction of Kang, thoughts?
Yeah, I didn't really know much about Kang to begin with, so
No, I mean,
for me it was like,
how
oh,
did
okay,
you
it's
think?
cool.
I think this introduction of Kang is scarier than the introduction of Thanos in Avengers Assemble.
Whoa,
in the
did you not
credits.
see the tweet I sent earlier?
Yeah, I agree.
A black man scarier than Thanos. Ooh.
Bro, a black man controlling shit at
Yes,
the end of all time. All
They said
existence.
TVA is black owned business. So
We're just waiting for the white men to bring this all down.
That's funny.
It's more to
Loki.
do with he's scared of himself. So that if he's scared of himself, we need to be scared for the entire.
Is
MCU.
he though? Because
Nah, he is.
the way I was thinking, I was seeing it, I was thinking
Wait,
he was playing them like,
Yeah, I was
oh,
gonna say, do we believe the whole war of Kangs that
because
he
it
was
was
talking about?
the whole like what's his name, Palpatine went like, do it,
Yeah.
do it, kill me.
I do feel like he was definitely manipulating them in
Yeah.
that moment,
Like-
especially when he was calling them when he called Sylvie murderer.
Murderer,
yeah.
Bring it back.
And the thing
like,
is,
you know what I mean?
I don't even think he's scared. And that's at first I said, yeah, he's scared of him, but I don't think he is because the last thing he said was, "I'll end up here anyway."
Do you believe the war of Kangs thing he was talking about? Because I don't know if I do.
I
now.
believe him.
I don't know if
And the reason why I believe him is because of what happened after when he saw that statue.
Yeah.
The profile on that statue, that Kang
Because
is
when you
business.
think about it, if he's like this of one variant, imagine loads of other variants. They're
Like,
gonna want to beef each other. Like,
Exactly,
alright,
and it's like that person on that statue was serious. That's a different Kang.
I do think that he kind of just wanted chaos in it slightly. Because I
He
could
would kill himself.
Yeah, because I
No, it's like
I
switch it up.
feel like
He's
he
gonna
needs
end up
something
there.
else to trigger it.
and I also believe that whole like I've seen a million lives type thing because we know it's Kang, and it's like, and I also, especially on the journey that Loki's been on, and him saying, "Oh, I'm just tired," like that kind of thing, and I'm lonely type stuff, like especially after what the whole classic Loki said he was lonely, all that kind of bullshit. So it was kind of like very believable in that, but I do believe that he was definitely manipulating them, and that he knew that Sylvie was gonna fuck it all up, and that.
And he was lying about when he said.
See, I don't think
knows
he
everything
knew.
up to this point. I think he knew.
Yeah, no, I don't think he did.
'Cause the most-
Genuinely, I don't.
Why would he want them to kill him?
No, exactly, because again, like he's saying,
The
whatever happened.
The multiverse was changing before he was killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That-
So, and that's I don't think he knew, and that's the thing where I think because of that exact thing, he's tired. That unpredictability, he needs that. Like for him, time is just being too predictable. Like he, like the fact that he didn't know, and he was messing with them, but he didn't know what she would ultimately do. But he's telling her, "I'll see you soon." Like for me, it doesn't matter. I'm excited about like wherever that like I end up in this. I think based on everything that's happened, I'm gonna end up here. But he truly doesn't know that.
But what I don't get then is that if he dies, it's not him. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if he's now dead,
No,
what happens?
But that's the thing. It's and this is
Is it
my
just him
this
in
is my
another
sense
time?
of it. Exactly.
time
Him
in a
from
loop.
exactly, but him
Oh,
from
okay,
the past,
okay.
he still exists, about to discover
Yeah.
the multiverse and all of that
Nah,
stuff.
it's
So
part-
he's
it's
part
gonna
of
be
like
different
one
as
of the
well.
variants. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So he just has to make the
If that-
same set of
If
decisions
that's the
to get
case,
to a point.
he could just stop pruning, stop using the TVA, and it would just branch.
That's what's happened.
No, but
He'd
without him dying.
then. He'd branch differently then. If he doesn't do it up all the same way up until that point, it's gonna be different because it's a loop, as you said. He needs to.
No, I think I get what Sang's saying. Sang's saying he didn't need the Lokis, then just don't do the thing.
Yeah, just don't
and
do
it will
the
still
TVA.
branch.
No, but he needed.
What's he
like,
scared of?
No, but he needed them to
To make a choice.
Because they need to get to that point.
yeah, like
Yeah.
he needed all of that in order for people to get past the whole end of time thing.
Yeah.
Like, because if we're actually really deep in it, they're the only two people who've got that we can kind of assume
I've got that far.
have got that far and have actually got past Alive, got past the Void.
Okay.
Maybe Renslayer,
Maybe,
but I doubt it.
maybe classic Loki.
Yeah.
We don't
I
know.
don't think
I
he
don't
has.
know. You know, that's a very hypothetical thing.
Yeah.
But
Miss
at
Minutes,
this
I
point-
guess.
yeah, Miss Minutes. I mean,
Huh.
who's basically Kang. Like,
Yeah.
who's basically Sylvie at this point.
Mm.
If she's got the whole time thing. Like, so. Yeah,
Wait, what happened to
Yeah, but
Sylvie
that
at the
doesn't,
end
that
of
doesn't
it?
mean he has to die.
She's just there in
She's
the
still in there.
Citadel. Yeah.
Kang doesn't have to dive. Like them getting to the end of the Citadel.
I think I
doesn't mean
agree
he
with
has to die.
Sang. Yeah.
He's lived a million lives.
Yeah, and also he has to die.
He might have seen this
So he
before.
wants to die.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying. He
Like-
manipulated them so they killed him.
Yeah, in order for like events to occur, like
Because we already know that they can create a Nexus event. So maybe he's betting on the fact that whatever they do to him will cause the splitting of the timelines.
No, because they're not the only Nexus event to happen. There's so many Nexus events, and they just get pruned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
yeah,
that's
but
a guaranteed
but
one.
how many of them like find each other and find out the reason why and do all of that kind of stuff in it? Like,
Why is that relevant to him dying?
what do you mean? Like, because
'Cause
after,
he's the one who's like keeping everything together.
and what do you think is gonna happen after they like leave this?
Because I think the main point is that the timeline has to go in a certain way for them to get to that point. Otherwise, like you said, he would have just been killed earlier than that, but it wouldn't have worked out how he wanted it to work. So him dying specifically how he's done it is going to create branches that is going to benefit him. Is how I see it.
And it also sets up
I hate
Sylvie,
that.
and it also reinforces Sylvie's character, which you can maybe say can kind of influence that from doing the whole thing anyway. Because if she doesn't kill Kang in that moment, then everything she's done is kind of a waste of time. Like as she said, like she was pruned before Loki even knew about everything. So I can understand like her doing the whole thing and it triggering everything, but really it's about what does it trigger? You know, we saw Loki at the end push through the time door into another reality. He sees Kang in the suit, the nice suit.
Okay.
I can't wait to see it properly. And then he sees Mobius, sees
C something 38.
I forgot the number.
C38, I think.
Yeah, I don't really like giving black people numbers. I feel like it's a bit weird. So,
Hey man, it's a black owned business.
Wunmi, that's her first name, actress. And they don't recognize who Loki is. Morbius calls him analyst. And then he calls over some people, and then it's like, boom, Loki season 2.
And even when they were talking, they were like, "Does he expect us to let these things branch?" So they know there's one Kang in charge.
Yeah.
So it's not even like a Renslayer anymore.
They know who to follow.
Yeah.
Well, what before we talk about what this like means after, what would we give this season out of 10?
21st? 10?
10.
10.
Fucking hell,
Absolutely.
Jesus
10.
Christ. Nah, I'd probably say 8. I'd probably say 8.
Also, can I get your One Division and Falcon scores as well, please?
See, One Division is getting the Game of Thrones treatment from you because that obviously we fought ourselves into a better ending that we wanted
See
than
the
what
light.
we got. But yeah, take expectation away, it's still a good show. So I'd probably give it a 7.
Falcon?
And then Falcon, I'll give it an 8 as well. Because I enjoyed it from start to finish. It was good to see Sam as Black Cap. I know you didn't like the costume, and maybe you didn't, but
Yeah, that costume
I
was
did.
trash.
I did enjoy it, and I liked the US agent's character. The Flag Smashers were a bit meh, but they're about. I just didn't like Carly's voice. That accent was pissing me off, man. I just don't like British accents in the MCU. I mean, in American movies in general, actually.
No. We're here to change things. We're here to change things.
I would say Wanda is an 8, Loki's a 10, and Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier is 7.5. Yeah.
Anthony?
Loki, probably give it an 8. WandaVision, a 7. Falcon, a 6.5. 6.5. The ending was trash.
You
for me.
were stressing for that 0.5 as well.
I thought I'll give it because it was very good, but then the ending and then the
you know what it is. You can tell
the monologue of the I was like,
you can tell that COVID hit Falcon Winter Soldier like more than any other show. Like you can tell. Like so, for that, I give it a little handicap.
I also feel like with like WandaVision, remember like week to week we were genuinely excited for each episode.
Exactly,
and they were good. We were getting repaid for it in a lot of the episodes, other than maybe the ending. Whereas Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was like
a good
pacing,
quality, but then it was like it wasn't like anything to like speculate or like but yeah.
Precious?
I think WandaVision is a solid 7 for me. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is my favorite show of all of them. The ending, yes, it is what it is, but I'll give that an 8. Loki. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna settle at a 4.
No, say it.
A 4.
Yeah, I'll settle at a 4. Honestly, personally, I want to go really low. But Kang is no. But but that's my point. Like I would Loki for me is like take away Kang from the show. It's a 1.
Take away the main.
But Kang is in the show.
Take away the main.
No, but that's what I'm telling you. I'm struggling.
Have the show.
That's why I'm rating it a 4. Like I think his portrayal of the character.
Wait, hold on. So you think that Loki is worse than Black Widow, the film?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Easy.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
I'll watch Black Widow 1,000 times before I watch Loki ever again. I'm never watching Loki again. Never.
You're crazy, bro.
I'm never watching Loki again.
Oh, speaking of.
So I can't help you with that at the moment.
Bro, the filter.
Miss minutes.
Yeah. So when Loki saw the whole Infinity Stone thing, I'm gonna ask this question. I already have an answer, but I'm thinking if anyone else has an answer. He saw the Infinity Stones. He picked up an Infinity Stone. We heard him drop it, but we didn't see him drop it. And obviously, his little prison thing had pockets. And obviously, at that point, that was when he got into he was cool with Mobius and that. What do we think? Because how do we know that? When Loki actually gets pushed through the door, how do we know that he gets pushed through? That he's gone to a specific time? Like, is it just a random time?
The TVA don't exist in the timeline. They're outside of it. So if he's getting pushed in...
No, I'm saying, when... what's her name?
Sylvie.
Yeah. Also, I did not like her, but we'll get onto that. When she pushed him through the door...
Yeah.
It was why was it that specific time? Like, was it a specific time, or is it just a random time? Or do we just...
It wasn't a specific... Like, the TVA, that's like... There's only one TVA across all the timelines. That's what I think anyway. They haven't showed us.
No, but now we have different multiverses. It's what I'm saying. You're not understanding.
They exist outside of the timeline.
No, this is different multiverse.
Multiverse is just
the multiverse is multiple. Like the TVA exists outside of the timeline.
Sorry, the TVA is outside the timeline. Yeah,
they exist outside of it, and so if you're pushing Loki back into the TVA, there's only one TVA to go back to.
Well, why did they forget him though?
That's the thing. Kang is there's a new person in charge.
Yeah.
There's a different
because
variant
there
of
had
Mobius.
to have been a creation.
No.
There's a different Mobius.
Sure, if there's
Mobius,
multi-tigs, then there has to be multiple.
No.
Because there has to be a creation of the multiverse. So if the timelines are all fucked now and it's changed, that means the creation of that TVA is going to be completely different to what it was before.
Exactly.
Because there's branches. So when he's gone back now, they don't recognize him because it's not his time. It's been branched off.
No, but the thing is, it's not even about his time. The people that he's talking to, Mobius, is not the same Mobius he was talking to.
Yeah.
Like Mobius is a different variant of Mobius.
It's a different reality, yeah.
I guess if you want to say that, but again, it's a different reality because a different Kang is now in charge of the TVA. The TVA is separate.
And as Kang was saying, that there's different Kangs fighting for each universe. So
exactly.
we have to assume that this is a different universe.
Yeah, but No, it's not. Again, like the
I think
TVA.
this is the same universe, but this Kang won, making it different.
Exactly, but the there's
you're
one
saying
TVA.
It's the same timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
but with a different Kang.
So you're not saying it's the same timeline, but it was just a different.
Kang.
it's a different
it's just been done
universe.
differently.
It's a different timeline, but the same universe.
Yeah.
The timeline. That's the thing. The timeline is different. Well, timeline, reality. Those two things right now mean the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the timeline and realities mean the same
Because
thing.
we saw that the whole timeline was in a loop.
One
Yeah.
circle,
So let's say at the end, this is where
the Citadel is.
the Citadel is. This Kang died, but because of how it goes in a loop, whenever you go to the end, you go back to the beginning again. So because the TVA exists outside of it, going forwards in time means that you go into, like, obviously you'll be within the same space, but because this Kang is dead, a new Kang has come, but he's moved forward with the like future plans and stuff. So this TVA stays the same, but because it's a new Kang, the TVA is different.
Like the,
But it's the same TVA as we've always known, but it's different because it's a new
different
Kang.
people.
See, I took it. Because you know
No,
what it
it's
is?
not.
I took it to obviously timeline, but now we're in the multiverse thing. We are like as Sang was saying, we have infinite versions of infinite things. So
That's what I thought at first.
so-
yeah.
so I thought, Loki, because the fact that Loki has gone to, like, they didn't recognize him as Kang 1, and as they were saying that we have different Kangs going for different things, that when Loki got there, it's just a different universe, and that was one of the multiverses that branched off. It's not the same timeline that he was and that Kang just won. It was a completely different multiverse. The same way that if he got there, like Loki, when he finds Loki himself, he might not be him. The fact that they might not recognize him might be something completely different.
This is
That's
like,
that's what I took it as.
Yeah, but the TVA exists outside of even the universe. You have to remember what Kang was explaining. He said the Immortus person, figured out the universe is stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about realities. Like this is the
Ant-Man 3, he's gonna be in that pocket universe. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Check your keys.
So there's like the universe is stacked on each other. Now they've been self-congratulating themselves. Now keep in mind, these are not different timeline Kangs. These are different universe Kangs.
So that also
talking
means
to each other.
But that also means that the multiverse was fine, and the multiverse was blessed.
Exactly. The multiverse is like multiple universes stacked, right? All of them were fine. They didn't know about each other. This first Kang discovered it, and then like other ones discovered it as well, and they started meeting themselves. Then this Kang, Immortus, basically this whole war breaks out. Immortus wins, prunes all the others, and then makes it one universe. The multiverse doesn't exist right as of when the TVA was created. He creates that outside of everything, and then now that the timeline has changed, basically we're going back to that whole idea of the different universes sort of happening, but the TVA already exists outside of all of it. Like it's just there. It's a building, but different workers in it.
So it's only just one TVA.
There's only one
Probably an
TVA.
easy explanation.
Actually, is it even different universes? Actually, it's not even different universes. It's still one universe. It's just loads of different timelines.
Because we can also actually, because you know what, I'm gonna actually pull from YouTube right now. This is my reference. We could also go from the intro. We've seen that we came out of that universe into the other black hole, and we saw that
Two black holes.
yeah, and we saw that we had to go into that black hole to go into the house where the Kang is in it. So we can already kind of assume that's a different universe in it at that point. Like,
Exactly.
That is not the same universe that Loki was in.
That's why basically like reality, universe, timeline. The way I understand it, those three things are the same thing. So it's like you saying it's not a different universe. It is a different timeline is a different universe. But he prunes them every time. He doesn't allow that multiverse to exist.
Okay.
Because every time one exists, there's a potential for a Kang in that universe, again, to discover it and start a whole war. So he's pruned, basically, there was a multiverse before Kang comes across. Kang comes in, multiverse gets destroyed, he's created only one. And then now, he creates a TVA outside of that one universe, but now that universe is now blown up again into a multiverse. But the TVA is still outside of all of that. Like, they have purview over all of it, but it's like, he's created a multiverse again. The multiverse existed before, he killed it, there was only one, and now it's blown up again.
No, I'm sorry, I don't believe it now. Because the whole thing was so that he could only have one, so that they could only be one.
Exactly, one universe.
So, and the fact that that is now done now, because we don't know the extent of how it goes, because with this whole universe we don't know. Oh yeah, just because like the multiverse are branching out now, we don't know. Oh, how are they gonna like materialize? Are they gonna materialize to the point where Kang has already done like mad stuff? Are they gonna materialize to where the multiverse is just beginning?
That's the multiverse.
So, I believe that this TVA has to be that there has to be multiple TVAs, because if you have they can't just be at this point. You can't just have. There isn't one like thing. Now.
Nah, there is. Do you know why that's wrong? It's because at the end of it, like the TVA is looking at all those branches coming off. All those are all universes in their own right spawning. The only reason that it might, like, basically what you're describing is the Mobius that we see at the end of it and the C-38. They're looking at different multiverses forming. Another TVA in a different universe looking at multiverses forming. That doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
No, it doesn't, because they're looking at the multiverses that are being formed.
Yeah.
I guess there has to be only one TVA, because actually,
it doesn't.
It's either.
It only has to be one when he does the sacred. When there's no sacred.
No, but
I feel like there has to be one though, because then they would have to prune themselves.
Yeah, wouldn't that mean that there's like two or more people like
there'll be 10 different.
So there's going to be like, if you for example go to prune someone, and that means now another TVA has to go and prune you for interfering with that timeline and yada yada.
Exactly.
And
the thing is, do you know why it makes sense as well that for them to only be one universe? There's only sort of like time itself as an entity is one single entity.
No, this only makes sense for Kang.
No, like forget Kang.
No, we can't.
No,
Kang.
but what I'm trying to explain why there's only one TVA is time as an entity. Forget the number of branches or whatever. It's all time. Time as an entity is only one. Like there's one of that, and there's only one organization that deals with time itself. Yeah. There's not multiple organizations dealing with time, because like what Darren explained, if one TVA prunes one person, then another TVA goes back and prunes the TVA person who pruned this one person, because they need him for a different thing. It just doesn't make sense. It's way like it's just.
I would disagree on this basis. So basically, there's a TVA, right? Mm-hmm. And Kang created that TVA.
Yeah.
We know there's a multiverse now. Right?
Yeah.
Do you agree there's a multiverse?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay. If there is one TVA, then that TVA surely is pruning all the other ones, and there is no multiverse. Just like the same way we're watching.
No, that's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. But at the end of it, they're saying, "Why is he letting us let this form?" They were complaining about it. They were like, does he just want us to like allow these branches? Because that's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. But they're not doing it now. There's way too many, and the thing is, it's becoming too many for them to handle. And that's the panic mode. That's where Loki is running in.
Reality. Because it's a different reality.
No, it's like the reality universe is like it's a different branch. Like the reality is the branch that's forming.
Because we're eventually gonna get back to Mobius and what's her name?
Renslayer.
Yeah. No, yeah. That or not or her and the other one, or him and the other one, and the black woman.
Yeah. Okay.
In the timeline where they do know Loki, so that means there's gonna be two versions of
See, but I don't think so.
There will be.
I don't think so.
You know,
like I don't think so, because again, the whole thing is like that
you
only
need
exists.
to open your eyes, open your
The only
brain.
reason that would happen is if Immortus was still alive and Immortus came back. That's the only way that makes sense. But he's dead. He's gone. Like there's and the thing is, the only reason why, like, and the proof is gonna be when Renslayer comes back, because remember, she left to go in search of whatever. She's the only other person who knows what Loki knows as far as like his timeline. So there's Renslayer, there's Loki, and then there's Sylvie.
Yeah.
Those are only three people who know what their timeline
also
are.
there is a different factor in this, in the fact that when it was the previous multiverse war, there was no TVA. So now there is a TVA. So there's going to be different Kangs in different universes that are going to have different TVAs. So I don't. The
TVA came after the multiverse war. Then.
Yes, yeah, because he built it to manage it.
But there's only one.
There's only one person who built it. All of the others didn't.
Okay, watch. We might have to agree to disagree.
That means other Kangs could build it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
There's going to be one that could be created that isn't the same.
But
as
after the multiverse is now just one though.
Exactly. Right now, as we stand, there's only one TVA. You're saying there's a potential for another Kang in another time to build another TVA.
I'm saying we're gonna find other when we find other Kangs, because as we've seen with the Kang that that has the statue, like he's the head of the TVA, whatever.
Yeah.
So that by your point, that must mean that he's the head Kang, that he's Prime Kang.
Yeah.
So
And this new like,
so that means that all the other Kangs are fighting for the TVA at this point.
exactly. The TVA is the prize. Like,
And it's like,
you're in charge of all of the flows of time. Whatever branch it is, it's like they can find the root of it.
But how do you explain Mobius not having his memory?
It's a different variant of
No, you-
Mobius.
So what with the old Mobius? He's dead.
Like, that's the thing. Like, it's all been
that's
rewritten.
what I'm saying. It's a different reality.
It's all been rewritten. It's a different like timeline because again, remember, like,
I'm not saying it's been
like
nothing's been rewritten. It's just expanded. What was
Yeah.
rewritten? It just expanded. It just went boom.
Because one TVA does make sense, but what doesn't make sense to me is this is a different variant of Mobius. And what happened to the old one?
So for me, it would make sense if there's one TVA,
yeah,
and the reason why Mobius doesn't have his memory is because a different Kang won. So therefore, they don't have the same like journey with Loki and stuff.
exactly. And keep in mind, the TVA basically plants in. They established the fact that Immortus was planting memories into the variants, the people working for the TVA. So like the new thingy could have planted new memories of like things they've done, missions and all of that.
Okay, so what point are we saying this Kang is at that Loki has got to? Like hypothetically,
What do you mean?
are we
The
saying
once and future Kang. And he's the
Exactly.
no? But this is obviously a Kang that hasn't got to Immortus' point yet. Like that. This is the Kang that hasn't.
No. He has got to Immortus'
No,
point.
this-
The difference is he has got to Immortus' point. The difference is
He's a bad
Immortus only
variant.
wanted one, and he's allowing everything. It's like imagine if Immortus just sat back, created a TVA, but he didn't tell them to prune it. That's what this new Kang is. He's at the exact same point that Immortus is. He's just not. He's not enforcing his own rules of time in the same way Immortus did.
Yeah.
Immortus is like, okay, I only want one.
So all the other Kangs are dead now. There's
No,
only
but
one
so
Kang
that's
left.
no, but that's the thing. Like, there's only one Kang in charge of the TVA. He could very well be watching his other Kangs try to fight it out and duke it out, but he's like, "You lot
I
come to me."
think this Kang that's taken over the TVA now with the statue,
Yeah,
he
It's
wants
Prime
other Kangs to rule the multiverse.
Like, oh, okay, so
Exactly.
you're trying to say that
But then he would then rule
this
all
is
the
going to be the
Kangs.
Kang that's going to be the head of the council of the Kangs.
exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, this is mad.
Okay.
And then
okay,
the only way that
okay,
makes sense is
okay.
for them to be one TVA, one seat of power. The TVA is like this is where the
Because
throne is.
if you think about the TVA is just people just plucked out like loads of different variants. So for there to be a multiverse, you'd have to see like different people within the TVA positions. As in if there were multiple TVAs, you'd have to see different people. They can't just all be Mobius and like the same characters we've seen. 'Cause
exactly.
it's
So there
like
have to be multiple TVAs.
No.
they'd have to be different people within the TVAs for it to be multiple TVAs. Because like the way they were chosen, it wasn't like specifically people. It was just people who branched out their timeline. Like it was all random events. So for there to be different TVAs, they'd all have to be different people.
Yeah, but I thought that that would be different people from different universes.
Yeah, no, but you can't have the same like selection of people. Is what I'm saying.
It'd be unlikely to have the same
Yeah,
section.
from like a multiverse.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm also thinking, okay, it's just one of many possibilities of like what he was basically trying to say is that if there is one, but I also hear what you're saying, that it's just the bad version of Kang is just gonna be where Immortus was, and it's just gonna
Well,
be
we
that
don't know it's the
version.
bad version. It might be the same version.
No, it's the bad
No,
version.
it's the,
No, it's
like,
got a statue.
He's got that suit.
Yeah.
That's the bad version.
But we don't know what happened before the TVA. Like this Immortus might became Immortus and like good enough at the end, but we don't know how. Like he even said himself, like he's killed people and he's done bad things.
Well, yeah, but and again, in his mind, it's the cause of the greater good, and so he found the only reason he won was because he found Elias.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so
We didn't see Elias.
Okay,
all of this is still
wait.
going on.
So if Kang, so that means that Kang has to be where so you're saying where Kang is where the house is now, yeah.
This is
It doesn't. We don't
he
know
doesn't have to
where
be
he
in the
is.
house.
It doesn't
but
have to be in the
have
house,
to be there.
but he's in that
but
position.
he's ruling it.
He's in that
Exactly.
position,
He's
yeah.
in that
Yeah,
position.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's Sylvie doing?
That's
What-
that's
so what do we-
exactly. Maybe she's working with him. Like again, like because again, she's,
Nah, I don't think she's working with him.
again, like I'm not like that's not that would be trash if she is because again, she would hate him.
What do we think of Sylvie during the show?
I don't know. I found
I didn't like her at first, but she grew on me
Yeah.
till the end where she was like a bit petulant. But
Like thanks to her, we have now the multiverse, so we can thank her. But what she did was kind of similar to what Star-Lord did. But I understand
Same
it.
vibes.
But I understand it because she was a kid and she got pruned. Like,
Get
I
over
heard
it.
that, but exactly. Even Loki was
Get over it.
bigger than our
yeah,
life
but-
experiences.
yeah. Loki obviously had the wiser kind of mentality over it, but for her, like,
I wouldn't go so far
acting
as
on
to say why.
emotions.
It's just like obvious.
You know,
Like,
I
I
based
don't
on
know.
what
Like,
it is,
imagine it happened to you. You was in Sylvie's position.
You cannot say a
I'm
good
the
word
worst
about
person.
Loki. You said that Loki was the wiser or whatever, and you said I wouldn't even call that wiser. You just can't give Loki a good word, can you?
No, but it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
wise,
yeah, I
like,
don't
think-
say it's wise.
Yeah, it's like, bro, that's mad
They've had
obvious.
different
His
experiences.
selfish desires aside,
What's his
But it's
desire
very
though? Like compare
to
her.
to kill Thanos.
Yeah,
to
but compare
rule
her like
Infinity.
life story compared to his. Like he's lived like his years with Thor.
Exactly.
She's been on the run, chasing, like being
Since
chased,
again.
to be pruned,
Yeah.
to be killed.
Yeah.
Just living through apocalypse.
Exactly, from when she was young.
That's why it makes sense that she did it. Like,
Exactly,
She killed. That's
yeah.
why I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Mm.
Like in the scope.
So for Loki, like they've only bonded over like how many? I don't know how long this time span was,
Yeah.
but it hasn't been that long.
Why was it? Why did they not kiss earlier? I'm so dumb. Like I feel like they're so dumb. Like why?
Never
The-
seen it. Like,
no, but
kiss
the
himself.
Incest, isn't it?
It's like you know.
Yeah, man.
It's not even incest.
Whatever
Like,
question-
self-defense.
No, but it's like
You would ask yourself those questions.
no, but it's, no, it's just you know what it is? It's just funny because it's like, oh yeah, like Kang is just there, like
Nah, you would ask yourself.
Kang's
that,
there,
or, like, you
and
would,
and Loki.
At that point, you're just
Yeah,
like,
I know,
fuck
I
it,
know,
this
I
is
know.
just me masturbating, innit?
He didn't kiss her.
Exactly.
She kissed me.
No, I know, but it's just like yeah. No, I hear it though because Loki was, you know, he lost himself and he was
Feeling
you know,
himself.
Yeah, I know. But
That's so Loki. You know?
Nice.
you know what's funny because it's like Loki could easily just turn into a woman anyway, so I don't really know why this is really a big
Yeah,
deal.
because it's like
Yeah, magician
gender
man.
fluid.
Yeah. Not even that. It's just like, you know, he turns into like snakes and shit all the time. So I mean, but yeah, I did not like her up until like the second to last episode. I was like, you know, she might be. She's kind of alright. Like she's kind of alright.
Mm.
And then this episode, I was like, oh fuck it. Man.
See, for me, I can't even say the British accent thing because Loki's obviously got that as well.
Big
But
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
yeah,
actor,
he's
big
a
actor.
great
Big
actor.
actor.
But yeah, with her,
Huh?
I was kind of getting like Doctor Who companion vibes from her.
What's the acting?
Companion vibes. Oh,
Yeah,
so
like-
funny.
Is that not what most of the Doctor Who's
How does
companions
the
are women,
Mobius
isn't
is
it?
a
Nah,
companion?
don't be rude. Don't be rude. That was rude.
I say Mobius is definitely the companion.
No,
Yeah.
no. You know, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Like, you know, like Doctor Who companions, like
Yeah,
in
you
the
said
show.
she's a sidekick.
Yeah, you call her
Yeah.
Catherine Tate.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like
Yeah,
the whole
I'm saying-
British,
that's
the
not
whole
good.
British
Yeah, no,
vibes.
that's
Like,
not
I'm
good.
not saying she's the companion. I'm saying
Oh.
I'm getting those vibes from her because she's got the British
That's the
accent.
same thing.
No, it's not. I'm not saying she's a sidekick character, like or two, like
But
second
she's
grade
acting like a
character.
sidekick.
No, I'm saying I'm getting those vibes, like the whole. Okay, all right.
Okay, she's not a psychic character, but she got psychic vibes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Like she's not a psychic character, but yeah, I'm getting those vibes.
Just a bit more clarification.
Like time traveling, British accent, like that's the vibes I'm getting, isn't it?
Okay. Doctor Who, that might ruin it for me. I do like Doctor Who, so but still.
Like,
Yeah,
Falcon
but-
being Captain America now. It's like, okay, you got the title, but you still. Like,
Yeah, no, but what? Yeah, we have to. I feel like we do have to big up Tom Hiddleston in this because I feel like he did
Yeah.
some pretty good
He's
acting.
good, man.